Good morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with UDM on the Life of a Gig Worker podcast. Now, I know, Josh, you said that we were going to be talking about something else in the next episode, but, bro, I stumbled upon...
look bad.
The only person that's going to get on your case is Caddy Addict. You know what I'm saying? So I let y'all handle that because you took some shot at him in one of the episodes.
And he still ain't show up. What's going on with this? Come on, Caddy.
Hey, I'm just saying. So, but anyway, this whole strike thing that we spoke about in the first episode of season 2, right? About with the hurricane and everything. We briefly talked about the strike, but I was like, why the fuck are they having a strike? Like, what's the whole deal with the strike? And then I stumbled upon this video. Did you see the video about the person explaining why they're on strike on the port?
The one on the dock?
Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, in case the audience haven't seen this, I stumbled upon it on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I wanted to show this video so we could talk about it real quick. You go with that?
Yeah.
All right, let's play this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have done episodes about tech and the future of tech and AI and all this stuff. And I really want you to zero in on this because when we did that episode with Thomas, if you don't remember Thomas, he was the one that was in Dubai and he gave us a whole lot of information about what's to come, right, with the future of tech. Now, listen to this video. Check this out.
I'm a longshoreman for LA Long Beach, and LA is fighting against this right here. I'll tell you right now. See that? There's nobody there. Automation. I work at an automated dock. It's no joke. They're losing thousands of jobs. So you got all these machines. Look at all these machines right here. There's no people. They ain't paying no taxes. They ain't paying no money. This is what ILA is fighting about. This all used to be filled with top handlers, UTR drivers, clerks, all this yard. Look how big this yard is. And there ain't hardly any people on this thing. This is what they're fighting about. I work at an automated dock right here, Port of LA, Long Beach. Keep fighting, brothers. Keep fighting.
I got questions.
Shout out to David Cazares81. Shout out to you for sharing this, man. What's up? What's the question, Josh?
I got questions, plural.
Uh-oh.
So, okay.
Clearly, before you ask your question, why your damn camera so damn blurry, bro? Clean your shit before you record shit.
I don't. Oh, you talking about him? I thought you talking about me. Shit. He probably got his shit. He probably got his shit sweating in his pocket.
but what's up, bro?
Nah. So I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly the dock is automated and has been automated for quite some time. Seeing the fact that they have it set up, the things are rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So the fuck y'all striking? Is shit still moving?
All right, so I gotta give you a little bit of what was the word? A little backstory here. Okay. It's not, I don't know their story, right? But I remember as a young man, I was trying to become a longshoreman because at that time I heard that's the job you need to try to get, right? But the process of trying to become a longshoreman, the process is almost like, those foreign people that wait outside of those stores and get picked up by contractors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like general contractors and stuff. It's almost the same, right? And you got to go there, make friends, and next thing you know, they like, okay, come on, you work with me today. And then next thing you know, you do that enough, the people on the yard or whatever it's called on the dock, whatever, they see you a lot and like, oh man, next thing you know, you got a job, right? So that process it was very tedious, bro. Early mornings. When I say early mornings, I'm talking about maybe 3-4 o'clock in the morning, getting up just to go there and not get chosen to go do a job. You know what I'm saying? And doing that regularly. So imagine the dedication it takes to become a longshoreman right? You put all this effort into becoming a longshoreman or just working on the dock, whatever the position is. And then all of a sudden now y'all mofos getting smart and y'all want to just replace us with these damn automated robots and shit that could do all the shit that humans can do. And like, what the fuck? I just did all this shit just to lose my job or possibly lose my job when I don't like that. Hell no. So I understand the work that it takes. You got, and if you don't understand it, Josh, just try to understand it, right? It's not our fight, right? But at the same time, I remember that process. It's almost the same thing as you can't become a truck driver after having a family.
Mm-hmm.
You can, but you can't. You should do that when you're like almost like fresh out of high school. You don't want to go to college, right? But you get your miles up as a young man before, or young woman, before you actually get a family, you know, and build a family and stuff. So I just feel like it's a lot of that. Even if I don't know their stories individually or anything like that, I just feel like the amount of time and effort they put into just getting a job, and when they finally got it, they being replaced, bro.
So, I mean, no, I get it. I get the losing of the jobs and the automation and what it's doing. And it's something that we covered with Thomas. And it's all coming to reality. And a lot of, I mean, these machines have been out there for years. The only reason I know about that is because of some of the train yards. The train yards use these things. But from what Thomas said is a lot of the jobs are going to disappear. And it's going to happen rapidly. Because I mean, think about how much time and effort they had to put into training these things and so on and so forth. So, in my opinion, yes, is a strike going to work? It's going to work temporarily, but it's going to put more pressure. It's just like when we strike; it's going to put more pressure on replacing you sooner. So, for example, say as a union, you guys strike for $5 more an hour, which I think is what they were going for. That is a genuine cost increase that is incurred by the company, that's then incurred by the person who's shipping, that's then incurred by the consumer. It's a pass down effect. And it's been the same thing with truck drivers. It's been the same thing, hell, with even us. And all it has done is push more pressure to automation. Look at what they did with Uber. We were getting paid a huge amount. But then, you know, we kept asking for more. We wanted more intervention. We wanted more of this. And every time we've striked or done whatever it is that we were going to do, I think it's striked. I don't fucking know. But whatever we have done has created even more intervention, which has always resulted in less pay. Look at the episode that we did when it came to the fees in Washington. All they're going to do is impose fees. And what is that going to do? Make it to where less people are going to have access or be able to afford the app. So in this particular scenario, you have a lot of people that are doing import-export through those ports. It's already super expensive to rent one of those Connex boxes. It's already super expensive to get things through the port. All you're going to do is make it more expensive. And it's going to drive less exports. It's going to drive less imports because, like I said, it's going to be taxes, tariffs, because less people are going to be buying those products or selling those products because they're going to be priced out of the market. So I can't help but agree with Thomas here that we are our own worst enemy, and we're going to basically push ourselves to automation.
But Josh, let's look at it from a different angle. Okay? Try to understand that a lot of people see retirement as the go-to. That's the final stage of just enjoying your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't agree with that, but let's just say I know a lot of people that they push for retirement. They're doing everything that they're doing now for the sake of retirement, okay? Now, let's say you put in a whole lot of time and effort into a company for years and you're like maybe like this close to retirement, and then all of a sudden you just lose your job to a robot, then what, Josh? You know what I'm saying? It's like all of that work you put in, even if you don't lose all, right? But all I'm saying is all that work that you put towards your retirement, people will cause a ruckus over that, bro.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. So I was taught from a young age to not depend on any company to set a retirement for you. My grandfather was royally screwed over by Caterpillar when Caterpillar deunionized a lot of jobs. He was affected. He lost his pension. He worked for Caterpillar for over 40 years.
Exactly.
Right now, here's the thing that taught me at a very, very young age, because my grandfather died when I was like 8. Right, so that taught me at a really young age, never depend on a company. Never. Set up your own path and make as much money as you can in as little time as you possibly can to set yourself up with some sort of financial nesting, which I know we've talked a little bit about in some of the, past Financial Fridays. Put your money where your mouth is. Make sure that you're setting up an investment portfolio at a young age so that it can grow over time. Let the money work for you. So, I mean, obviously these people can't do these things anymore, right? They're say 50s, 60s, 70s, and they don't have the ability or the time to do that. It's unfortunate, but that's why we as the younger generation have to start preparing ourselves for this role of automation. We have to. And we may have to take care of our grandparents or our parents because they're not going to be prepared enough for that retirement age. But that's why I have worked so hard at the age that I am to become financially free. And I won't stop working until I have a big enough nest egg that I know is going to keep growing for generations to come. Now, obviously, people are like, it's hard to do, blah, blah, blah. I worked 2 and 3 jobs all the way up until this point to buy the house, to pay it down, buy my car, pay it down. So to avoid those monthly costs to pay things off instantaneously, I worked hard. And I know that not a lot of people are going to have that. But I also, not to keep people, snoozing over here, but I also expanded my skills. While I was working one job, I was going to trade school for another. While I was doing this, I was also doing that. I usually only had 8 hours a day to myself. So I worked really hard to accomplish that.
And I get that, 100%. Okay. I would say in positions like mine, where I have young kids, I'm not going to use my kids as a reason to not do, right? But time scheduling, it would be of the essence. It would be a very difficult thing to do in some cases to make certain things happen, right? I'm not saying it can't be done. It's just once you get to the point of having a family and everybody's depending on you, it's kind of like it's a lot more to carry versus, and that's why when I mentioned if you want to be a truck driver, it's better to start in the younger years where you don't really have much responsibilities at all. It's the same thing as longshoremen, right? I was attempting to become a longshoreman when I already had kids. And that didn't work out because I'm just like, man, I got to make money. Mm-hmm. And just going here every day just to show my face and, rub elbows, what's up? It's not making me any money,
Yeah, no.
So just to finish my point, right? All of this, all I can say is if with this strike, everything just keeps on flowing, like there's all these talks about, man, there ain't gonna be no bread, there ain't gonna be no gas, there ain't gonna, if everything continues to flow while they're on this strike, that's gonna be a harsh reality check for those people that went on strike. I'm just kind of like piggybacking off of what you said about like how you said it. It's like almost like you're going on strike, but you're actually making it worse for yourself going on strike.
Yeah.
So
And the crazy part is I seen a lot of people like here, they're already saying that the stores are out of toilet paper. The stores are out of this. The stores are out of that. And so I did a quick Google search. Toilet paper, there's not a lot of toilet paper that's imported. So unless you're getting some ungodly brand from India that you can't get anywhere else, chances are you're going to have toilet paper. You're going to have eggs. You're going to have bread. You're going to have milk. Gas is a 50-50 because we do supply different pipelines. So gas prices are going to go up, of course. But I mean, a lot of these ports are more export ports than they are import ports. Like even the company that I work for, they had already said that we strategically placed ourselves to place a lot of orders into the West Coast port because we knew the East Coast port was going to be the one to strike. So they've already moved all of their freight and they're just throwing it on trains. They're like, we'll just throw it on a train. You guys want to strike? We'll go elsewhere. So it's like these Fortune 500 companies are already preparing. They've already prepared and are going to continue to move freight, whether you like it or not. They're just going to choose a different port. Is it going to take a little bit longer? Of course. Is it going to have a detrimental effect? I don't really think so, because we basically at the company that I work with have pretty much decided that it's only going to be a 1 to 2 week deficit on a shortage. But once all of the stuff comes back in through the port, we're going to be fully back in stock.
Now, I thought that's how long this whole strike is supposed to last. To about 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, longer if they don't reach a deal, of course. So look at how the UPS strike and all of that went down. It can take time to negotiate these things. And look at the automotive strike. Look at the automotive strike. This is what is crazy. I can speak about this only because I worked with Draper. So the automotive strike, yeah, they shut down the plants. But the automotive industry, because they have to warn, these unions have to put in paperwork and warn about a strike. So what did the automotive makers do? They flushed through a shitload of cars. That's why Draper hasn't been running. Because they now have an overstock of these vehicles. So they're not selling. So right now you go on NADA or a couple other different sites and they're telling you that they have a stock of 2 to 3 years on the current year model car because they flooded the assembly lines with those cars. So all these Fortune 500 companies are going to do is prepare for the strike, and then they're going to negotiate the smallest possible terms. Oh, you want a $5 an hour raise? We'll do about $1.
Now, I'm going to tell you this, man. Some people might call me a conspiracy theorist and all that stuff. I don't give a shit, okay? But the first question that came to mind when I watched this video, I was like, oh, so you trying to, I'm not saying the person in the video, right? But I'm just saying, generally speaking, oh, so you trying to distract me for some other shit that's going on out here, huh? Mm-hmm. What the fuck it is that you trying to distract me from? Because November around the corner, right? What you trying to distract me from? Huh? Oh, they got Diddy going on, and now you got this strike going on. What else going? Oh, they even have this new. They talking about this new virus or whatever the hell that is supposed to be affecting people. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm like, God, dog, like it don't end, huh? Like, bro, 100%. I feel this has been orchestrated by some people that have power, bro. And it's like, wait, how? All these years, Josh. Let me just finish this point. All these years, I'm talking to you. My oldest son, is 9 years old. Okay, and me trying to become a longshoreman was, I think he was not even one yet, or some shit like that, right? Bruh, all these years that went by, all how bad shit done got because of COVID and all kind of shit, and now y'all striking? I'm pretty sure y'all, you just said it, Josh. These pieces of equipment have been around for a little bit. You know about them. But I'm just finding out about them through these videos. Like, oh, damn, it's automation. Oh, man. Then Thomas sent me a video showing me that these big old excavators and shit doing shit by themselves. And I'm like, damn, this shit is really happening for real. Like, we don't know nothing about it, but all of a sudden now, oh, there's a strike. Ain't no toilet paper, ain't no gas. You better fill up on all that shit because November's around the corner, y'all.
So, and here's the thing. I was speaking to somebody that follows this stuff really closely, and he was like, man, this is just artificial price raising of fuel, something that they could blame it on because the fuel reserves are being depleted because they keep trying to, artificially control the price of gas by lowering it using the fuel that was purchased at lower prices, and they kept putting it into the market to stimulate the market, lower gas prices. And I see that. I definitely do see that. And I'll agree with you. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but we have learned that they can strategically control the economy based on the small things that they make happen.
And they can make hurricanes.
Oh my God, have you said? Oh, see, no, we got to talk to Thomas, bro. In fucking Dubai, they seed clouds and shit.
Exactly.
They go out there and they seed a fucking cloud to make it rain. No, fuck you. Y'all are out here like creating storms and shit. Hey, look at Kirk. Look at the one behind it. Now, I seen today because we may have incited a couple of panickers, but I seen today that Kirk and Joyce are going to hook to the right and they're going to become what are called fish hurricanes. It doesn't affect land. There's an area to the left, right in between the South America and North America where the peninsula is, that little spot right there between Cuba. 40% chance of development to do anything that affects the continental United States. So just wanted to throw that out there. But I don't know, man. Like, I just think that obviously it was orchestrated. Like I said, these pieces of equipment have been out there for years. Like they have a 0-turn lawnmower. I want to get one so bad. They have a 0-turn lawnmower that all you do is you do the outer stripe and then it lays stripe like it does the rest of the mowing for you. Still a 0-turn lawnmower. You can still hop on it and drive it. They got I was at the convention the other day. They got the floor moppers. Those are automated. You buckle the seatbelt. Even Walmart's been, for Halloween, they've been putting a little skeleton in there. His name is Mark, by the way. So they put a little vest on him, and his name is Mark, the janitor. So there's automation going on like crazy. And like Thomas said, it's been hidden because nobody has noticed it. But it's been there.
Yeah. And even though I can empathize with the workers, just like I said, what I said in the beginning, in case people didn't know, the process of becoming a longshoreman, that shit ain't easy. But you got to do that shit when you're like, you ain't got no family, no responsibilities. You probably stay at home with your mama or your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to, this is that part when they say, yo, lazy ass, get off that damn couch and go get a job. You know what I'm saying? Now you go get a job and you probably catch a bus or catch a taxi or in this day and age an Uber to that location, often rub elbows, make some friends, finally get put on doing a few jobs a week, and then next thing you know you get hired as a longshoreman. I don't know if that was the process to get to that position or if it was like you had to start, you could get hired like say, the copy maker in the office building, the person that makes copies.
Like, I'd compare it to UPS.
Oh, don't even talk to me about UPS. I know exactly what that process is like.
Yeah, but you become a package handler or a truck loader or whatever, and then you have to work your way into the driver's seat. That's why most of them UPS drivers are old as shit. They had to work 30 years.
It wasn't just that, man. It's like you had to be of a certain age to be able to be a driver.
Mm-hmm. I think it's 25 now?
Well, shit, when I was working at UPS at one point in my life, it was 21. You had to be 21, but you had to start where I was, which was, well, this is what they told me at that time. I had to start as a sorter, then unloader, then loader, just the one that's loading up the vans and stuff, and then maybe some other positions after that, and then you apply to be a driver. But that's only if the position was available.
And that's the crazy part because I applied for UPS last peak season when I was working at Amazon, and they were paying like 30 some an hour, and I was chosen to go, but I decided to stick with Amazon for the way less pay. And it was because I went over there to do the interview. As I walked through, they're like, "Oh, you already got your safety shoes on, you got your Amazon vest on, you perfect for this job." As I walked through, I realized there was no AC in that motherfucker. I was like, hell to the fuck. I don't care what you pay. I am not sweating like a dog for 8 hours a day. You got me fucked up. Not happening.
Yeah. And I was being paid $9 an hour, and I only worked about 19 hours a week.
Mm-hmm. Well, for peak season, they had it was like incentives that made you make up to $30 an hour. So like if you worked the full week, you got this big ass bonus that like increased your pay to damn near driver pay. And I was like, see, now that sounds nice, but what happens when I don't work 40 hours? So
Trust
I
me,
don't
bro.
know. I just feel like in this particular instance, as far as going back to the topic of the port, I just feel like they're asking for more trouble than it's worth. I really do.
I mean,
And
I feel, just to interject really quick, and I pass the mic right back to you. I just feel because of your experience with knowing about strikes and how they always end up in the company's favor versus the person that's going on strike's favor, I feel that has a major portion of your decision in what you're about to say.
oh yeah, 1,000%. I mean, I've been in this industry and the gig work for about 8 years, 8 or 9 years. I've lost count at this point. Um, and every time we've been on strike, I mean, shit, it started with Postmates. Postmates ended up shutting down, and then we struck against Instacart. Then Instacart ended up lowering the base pay. Then it was DoorDash, same thing. Grubhub, same thing. Uber Eats, same thing. So we have seen at least one strike per year, and it has yet to result in our favor. It's always resulted in some sort of stipulation to get what we wanted, and it just never happens. And then we end up with some canned response that was like, we want to put more money in your pocket. And then all of a sudden it was a pay cut. And I think I tracked it back then. It was like 30% per pay cut.
Now, we were just having this conversation like we always do, bro. But I think it's just rude of us to not even ask the audience their opinions. Put it in the comment section down below and let us know. We seriously cannot wait until we're able to go live for us to have these conversations with y'all on the live stream, right? Which will be Wednesdays at 8 p.m. But put your comments about this entire strike thing. Are you like a conspiracy theorist like I am? Or you're just like, no, it's deeper than that. Let us know how deep it goes, and let us know. Just explain it all in the comments, right?
Hey,
so
while we're on the comment section, we got to talk about his fish tank.
Okay.
We got to talk about that fish tank. So somebody in the comment section had asked about was it a community fish tank, and I have to address it because it used to be. And I don't know if you were one of my Facebook followers, you might be, but this tank was completely built and funded by followers of my Facebook gaming page. So it might be something that we open up here in the future. We're going to work out a couple of details first where, you guys can put stuff in the fish tank and see the fish tank and stuff like that. And it's something we're going to talk about, but I wanted to address the comment before I forgot about it. It definitely was a community fish tank at one point, and I do kind of want to put it back to being a community fish tank because I very, very strongly pretty much follow Save the Reefs. And the best way to save the reefs is for us to create our own artificial reefs to hopefully one day be able to, integrate our reefs with the Great Barrier. Obviously it's far-fetched at this point, but like I think I showed you my license plate is even a Save the Reefs license plate. Yeah. So it's something that I'm very avid about. So it may become a community fish tank again. Just not sure yet.
Yeah. I remember seeing that comment, and shout out to you for the work that you've done to try to save the reefs. Right? I didn't know you were really into it like that. That's never been a conversation we really like did a deep dive on, right? So I know about the license plate and stuff like that, but it's like I didn't know you're a community person like that, Josh. Oh my gosh. The things I'm learning about you, dude. Like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of my passions as a kid. I used to have freshwater fish tanks, and when I first got into saltwater, one of the things was to, artificially create your own Great Barrier Reef. That's why you buy the corals that you want, you buy the fish that you want, and you create all of these colors and these mashups so you can have your slice of the ocean. Well, I went to SeaWorld once, and I had basically asked a shitload of questions at SeaWorld and Discovery Cove. And they told me, they're like, you can donate corals to us for what we call the preservation project, which they preserve the corals, they grow the corals, they frag them out and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it was a really cool thing.
All right. Well, I mean, it's surprising, right? That's not something I know you to kind of like do. I don't know anything about that when it comes down to you. I'm not gonna say not anything at all. Like I said, it's just the same thing as supporting your like I love the Miami Dolphins, right? I love the Miami Hurricanes, right? So I'm a fan. So I might not know all of the players on the team and for however many years before and all that stuff, but I would wear the colors, right? My wife would have a whole problem because she's a Cowboys fan, right? Whatever. Boo to all the Cowboys fans out there, right? So it's like I just looked at your supportive action as like, you are getting the plate to support what you like, right? But I didn't know you were like almost like a what do they call it? Almost like an activist in the whole save the reef type of thing, Or are you saying no? That's not what you
no, it was, and it was a whole theme behind my gaming stream. That's why we were the Reef Squad.
I got you.
Yeah, so it all adds up. But I will tell everybody, and every asshole has his soft spot, and saltwater fish tanks is mine.
I got you, bro. Now, fam, we talked about fish tank. We wanted, Josh definitely wanted to share, like to answer that question in the comments of the previous episode, but we really would like to hear your take on this whole entire thing about the port. Are you concerned about toilet paper? Listen, and I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not concerned about no toilet paper. Okay, I'll go wash my ass.
Do you got the booty squirter?
I don't know what the hell that is, but all I'm saying is I will go wash my ass. You see what I'm saying, bro? It's like before the existence of toilet paper, we had to figure out how to wipe our ass, right? I just go wash my ass. I ain't going to fight nobody over no damn toilet paper, no Charmin triple layer. I ain't doing none of that. No, I have toilet paper, but if shit gets to the point where, literally shit gets to the point where people are now camping outside of grocery stores or wherever, wholesale stores, just for some toilet paper, I'm going to just be like, hey, babe, make sure that shit warm. Just wash my ass. That's just where I'm at, bro. I ain't with this shit no more because I just feel like there's something going on, bro, where they're causing this chaos.
So we're in the holiday season. We are, whether you want to see it or not. I know a lot of people say that it's after Halloween, but we're in the holiday season. It's beginning to look a lot like COVID.
Oh, okay. All right.
No toilet paper outside.
Wait. Let me find out Josh can sing. What the hell? I know you got a memory bank. You know people. You know all kinds of people. Nah, you got a hidden talent of singing, sir. You on point now.
Every once in a while, I might just sing something. You never know. But anywho, yeah, nah, bro. Could you imagine just like going outside and panic buying the fuck out of toilet paper, then come to find out you do a Google search, bro?
No, I cannot imagine that, bro.
Toilet
Like,
paper is not imported.
bruh, listen. I gotta say this last thing. We gotta wrap this up, bro. Listen, I'll never forget for Irma. Okay, I think BJ's, Costco, all that shit was all the charcoal and shit was gone.
Gone.
I walked into a little 7-Eleven, not even like, bruh, it wasn't even a gas station. It just said 7-Eleven store type of shit, right? I walk in and not one person thought about just going to the corner store. They might have some damn charcoal. Bro, I had a whole shelf, whole corner. I said, give me all this shit. I just take it, bro. And I just learned from then.
You was that asshole.
Yes, bro. I'm like, you know what? Y'all gonna clear out all the other stores. I'm gonna clear this shit out. I bought all the damn charcoal, bro. And I was just like, you know what? I now know that whatever you can't find where everybody else goes, it's just like don't surf. What do you call it? Surf peak. Search, right? Don't do that, right? I'm gonna go where everybody else ain't going to find what I need, and it's the same thing here. But this port thing, bro, I seriously feel like just hear me out, fam. Don't you know something always happens before some major election? Like something's always happening around these times. And it's not just the gas. So just pay attention. I'm not saying that these people aren't truly fighting for something that they deserve. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, damn, give me a damn break. In the news, they are the ones, the media, they are the ones just pushing all this shit. I didn't even know all this shit existed till I saw it on social media.
Bro. You know what I just got to thinking? Let me lay an episode out for you, right? It's really quick. Take 2 seconds. So you got a guy that was involved with a bunch of things that were happening since terms of service. And he had a list of a lot of other higher up people that were also participating in these curricular activities. And a bunch of shit happened. And then all of a sudden that man no longer walks this earth. Now you got Diddy. Diddy got all these lists and said he got all these lists and said that he taking every motherfucker down with him. And now you got all this shit happening. So did he fall out of the news? Now mark my words, Diddy gonna end up like Epstein? Just we've seen this episode before.
Okay. Now that is a whole nother path, and I'm not shy. We could have that conversation in a future episode, but I'm just kind of like sitting back and just watching all this shit unfold. I'm just gonna have my popcorn. I don't eat popcorn, by the way, but I'll just have my blueberries, right? I just have my blueberries chilling to the side, and then
it's fucking corn. Why don't you eat popcorn? Come on now.
Corn doesn't digest, bro. You can't digest corn.
But it ain't corn no more. It's popped corn.
Josh, corn is corn. Whether it's the corn on the cob or popped corn, like it's all corn. You can't digest corn. If you look at it, well, I don't know if you analyze your shit, but if you eat corn, all that shit just comes right through your shit, bro. Like it doesn't even break down.
Let me get a magnifying glass and look at my shit.
No, you don't even need a magnifying glass. And just being grown here, people know what the fuck I'm talking about. You could eat all kind of other shit, right? But corn, you'll see the whole damn what they call it? Kernel. What the fuck is that shit called? Like you'll see the whole shit in your shit, bro. You stand up like, what the fuck? There's a whole cob right there. You know, that's it, bro. So I just stay away from all that shit, bro, as much as I can. So all in all, just pay attention, fam. Look around you. Why is all this shit happening now? People are giving credit to Cat Williams in the beginning of the damn year for saying all this shit. And now as we get closer to this shit, the November, all of this shit is just going left and right, and all the uppercuts, haymakers, all kind of shit going on now, ain't it? And we got double storms about to hit our ass, and what the fuck? Like, whoa, what the fuck going on here? Come on, y'all. I'm not telling you to follow my lead on this, but I'm just saying, open your eyes. Something's got to be up. Something's got to be up. And on that note, Josh, I don't know if you have anything else to say, bro, but I'm good to go.
No, I'm good to go. Apparently, I got to start looking in my shit.
All right,
That's
y'all.
what I took from the conversation. Let me know down in the comments. Say y'all gonna look at your shit after tonight. All right, deuces.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the heartbreaking truth behind the 2024 port strike. Now, tomorrow, we're going to talk about this raise that Josh was talking about.